Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOls and ESS BASIP. Welcome to this overview of the Smart Start package that we are launching to celebrate the new calendar year of 2017. The Smart Start package includes products to help you deliver an outstanding range of services beyond taxation, including Chief Financial Officer Services package, so that you really can perform the role as if you were the full-time in-house CFO for your SME clients. Debtors management to assist with the reduction in debtors days outstanding and a significant cash flow improvement for your clients. SME Debtors Systems Manual will assist in the delivery of the cash flow improvements by a reduction in debtors days outstanding, reduction in problems under the Personal Property Securities Register, and a reduction in bad debts. The Business Advisory Services Training Package will enable your firm to lay down strong foundations to be able to develop a whole range of new products and services within your accountancy business or business advisory business that signifies to the market your interest in supplying business advisory services, which we are very confident you will develop to such an extent that it will become a major product range within your business over the next 2 to 3 years. The Business Advisory Services Mentoring Session will be a one-on-one presentation to your team in your business that enables us to work through all of the segments of the Business Advisory Services Introduction Program and to plan for the introduction of services relating to debtors management, the SME Debtors Systems Manual, and the very important Chief Financial Officer Services to your firm. We will also send you 4 editions of our very popular Business Plus client newsletter, which you can badge and send to your clients. That's the Smart Start package, and I am very proud to be able to introduce this package to you in this presentation. We've determined a special subscription price of $999, including GST, for the Smart Start package. Within ESS BASIP, we currently sell the components of this package for individual sale for an amount of $2,253. So this offer represents a staggering $1,254 discount, equivalent to 56%. So what's the components of these package? The Chief Financial Officer Services includes a wide variety of articles and tools and templates, spreadsheets, that will assist you to offer a virtual CFO service for your client. If you've been studying the various surveys produced by MYOB, CCH, Smith Inc., and some of the universities over the last 15 years, you will know that when SMEs have been interviewed, they have indicated that they would like to receive a wider range of commercial services. We believe that the key commercial service that accountants should be offering to the small medium enterprise market is a Chief Financial Officer service package. With the computer software and communications and technology that is currently available, there is no reason why an accountant or business advisor situated anywhere in Australia cannot offer these services to a SME situated anywhere in Australia. So it's an Australian-wide service that you can deliver. The material includes the financial function, and we have based these functions based on an analysis of advertisements for chief financial officers, chief accountants, finance directors in the financial review, and we have then analysed those functions to determine what we believe the tasks would be for accountants performing a similar role for small, medium enterprises. The general manager, owner, CEO of a small, medium enterprise has just as many problems and concerns as the CEO of a major public company. One of the key differences, however, is the CEO of a major public company has a whole team of people reporting to him or her. Experts in accounting, law, production, sales, marketing are all direct reports in most public companies to the CEO. How does this relate to the CEO or owner of a small, medium enterprise? Someone with a turnover of around 2 to 3 million or even higher. How many direct reports have they got that have got the skills to really guide them? What these people need, and in fact what they have been identifying in those various surveys that I referred to earlier, is that they are looking for someone who can supply a wider range of commercial service. We believe this package includes most of these services that SMEs are looking for. And if we find some additional ones over the next 12 months, we will automatically add them to the system, and subscribers will have the benefit of being able to use that material as soon as we upload it to our website. Analysis of financial data, things like ratio analysis, source and application of funds. I think that's one of the most meaningful documents that accountants produce. Yet a couple of months ago, I conducted a workshop funded by the Entrepreneurs Program for company directors, turnovers of around 2.5 to 3 million through to 29 million. Each of those directors that were in attendance at that workshop claimed that they had never seen a source and application of funds. And when we showed it to them and discussed it with them, they all indicated that they will be asking their accountants to make sure they produce a statement of source and application of funds from now on every time a set of financial accounts are produced, as a means of better explaining what has happened between one financial period and another. Key performance indicators. These should be prepared for the individual business, taking into account matters that are under the control of the direct manager of a particular operation. Informing management at various levels what the break-even is for the business that they are operating. Benchmarking. We have some material that links to benchmarking.com, and we have a special offer from benchmarking.com for our subscribers, because benchmarking is an important tool to guide management of SMEs as to how their businesses are performing compared to their peers. Commercial functions, things like human resources, Fair Work Australia issues. Did any of you notice the report in the media a couple of days ago that a person responsible for the preparation of payroll in a business has been fined by Fair Work Australia for incorrectly preparing payrolls, underpaying people, I think is the main allegation? It's a very important issue and highlights the need for accountants to be keeping a close eye on what is happening in Fair Work Australia and other human resources areas. Risk management, things like insurance, the Personal Property Securities Register, which I believe is quicksand for business operators, both small and large, because they've all been caught. And on my reckoning, over $300 million has already been lost in court cases and in out-of-court settlements relating to this legislation. Various surveys have indicated that the vast majority of small-medium enterprises do not understand how the Personal Property Securities Register operates and do not understand how they can achieve a significant amount of protection for a very small premium, $6 or $7 for an effective 6 years listing on the register. It's the cheapest insurance policy available. Have you talked to your clients about the Personal Property Securities Register, budgets and cash flow forecasts, looking at the working capital components that we all know about, but are we closely looking at them? Stock turn rates, debtors days outstanding, what's happening in work in progress? Are jobs deliberately being left there and not finalised because they're a bit of a disaster and no one wants senior management to know? What about government grants? There are billions of dollars made available in Australia every year by federal, state, territory governments. A report on SBS last week indicated that, in their opinion, less than 24% of SMEs have got any knowledge about government grants. If accountants are the trusted advisor to the small medium enterprise community, then I honestly suggest that we all have an obligation as accountants to make sure that our clients are at least informed of the grants that they could potentially apply for. If the client then declines, that's their decision. But I believe it is our responsibility as accountants, as the trusted advisor, to make sure that our clients are aware that these grants exist and that they can apply for many of them. Business performance and growth. This is a very important area in a public company environment. I know because I was a chief financial officer of a listed public company. And continually I was being brought into discussions about business performance in various operations that we had in our business. We've developed a workbook to assist you to do some analysis of your client's business operations. We call this the survival in difficult times for SMEs. We always seem to have difficult times somewhere in Australia. So this is material that has a whole series of checklists that you could use to review what is happening within your client's operations. So there's a series of questions there. And what it's encouraging you to be able to do is to analyze problems within your client's business so you can then sit down and have a conversation with them and identify strategies that you can introduce that will assist in improvement. And to give you additional material on all this, we have a link to a particular article that we have written. So I've linked now to steps to ensure peak business fitness. So you can read that, and hopefully all of this information will give you the opportunity to be able to raise additional issues with your clients and then to plan with them the work that you will undertake. And this is exactly what would happen if you were the CFO in that company on a full-time basis. Customers, who are they? What do they spend? Where do they come from? What's their profile? What's their demographics? Selling, business valuations. I believe that every business should be having an annual valuation prepared so that performance from one year to another can be mapped, so that the company is in a position of very close to being investment ready at all times. What about research and development? Have you encouraged your clients to seriously look at research and development so that they can claim the tax rebate? Investment readiness. How quick could one of your clients respond to an inquiry as to whether the company is interested in being acquired by someone else or in undertaking a merger? Could they sit down and have a fruitful discussion and produce current records within a week, 10 days? Or are they going to tell someone to come back in 3 or 4 months? By that time, they've probably lost the opportunity. Company secretarial matters. This is an opportunity for you to perform the role as to be the key advisor on corporate governance issues, directors' duties. Remember, many of the directors in SMEs are also feeling their way as to what their duties really include. There's material on retail businesses, a special package that will assist in the setting of retail budgets and pricing to see whether the business can achieve its overall profitability that has been targeted. And in the actual product package for the Chief Financial Officer Services, we have a worked example of the retail pricing package in actual operations. And the completed form will look at how a business can set its various product ranges, what the prices might be and the markups might be on those, on a number of different examples. We have provision here for 3 examples. You could make more. So as to determine what the sales would be, the gross profit. In a separate section, we've already included budgeted overheads to see how close the business goes to achieving its targeted profit. And then what has to happen, of course, is on a weekly basis or even daily basis, monitoring as to what the actual sales have been of the individual products to determine whether the overall forecasts are going to be met. Because if you've only budgeted that your client's going to sell $500,000 worth of product that they buy that they can only have a markup of 20% on, it will obviously change things if they suddenly start selling $1 million of that product, still only getting the 20% markup, yet the overall sales figure is still within the budget. So figures need to be evaluated. This is what CFOs and their teams do in public companies. In all honesty, are your SME clients any different? I honestly believe they're in far greater need of these types of services than what public companies are. The technology, the systems, the communications facilities now give you the opportunity of delivering these types of products and services for your clients. We also have a similar type of calculator which will help you to advise your client on the setting of tradespersons' charge-out rates. And again, in the final product, there is a full worked example with commentary as to how a business would go about this, how you would sit down with the owner and plan their year, what the targeted yields for labour are going to be, charge-out rates, and how they will go in achieving their targeted profitability. Manufacturers, We've got details of full systems to help you talk to manufacturers. And in the professions, whether it's engineers, architects, accountants, legal, we have a similar package which is looking at the setting of professional fees for a firm, budgeted overhead expenses, and then determining what the profit margin that is desired by the partners is, and seeing how close the firm will get to it. And again, what this does entail is the ongoing monitoring of actual performance to ensure that the overall targets are going to be met. There is individual product packages. If you cannot develop an individual package for a client, we have a gold package that you might like to look at. You can edit it, of course, and offer that to your client. And we have a silver and bronze package. One of the big issues I found in a public company was the what if questions. Sometimes they started at 3 a.m. in the morning. If we change such and such, what would the result be? Can you give us some feedback in a couple of hours? We want to make a decision. Happens all day in public companies. What's the difference in a small, medium enterprise? The CEOs of those businesses also have all sorts of brainwaves. Part of the service would be that you would be encouraging your client to send those questions through to you. And one of the other big issues in helping a business to achieve where it wants to go is, first of all, knowing where it wants to go, their vision, helping develop the vision statement over the next 3 to 5 years, and then assisting in the delivery of that. So for a more detailed overview, you can go to www.essbassett.com.au, click on Chief Financial Officer Services, Learn More, and then click on Webinar. And you will be able to work through a detailed webinar that is giving you an overview of what's included in the Chief Financial Officer Services. Now you can subscribe to this package as a standalone for $550, but there is more in the Smart Start package. And the first item is debtors management. And in debtors, there's some key questions to ask. Can your client get answers for these questions? What's the debtors days outstanding? If it's over 40 days, they have got a problem, and we believe that our system will enable you to assist them to reduce their debtors days outstanding. Would they like to reduce debtors days outstanding? Sure, every business would, but how do they go about it? What would be the cash improvement? You know, it's amazing that a business with just $1 million in credit sales, by introducing some debtors improvement strategies, can reduce the debt owing by their debtors by $27,000 if they reduce debtors days outstanding by 10 days. If they can reduce it by 15 days, it's $41,000. Significant amount of money. And if you can assist your client to achieve that sort of cash flow improvement, the client won't have any worry about the fee. Bad debt write-off in the last 12 months. Do you really know what it was? A lot of your clients are undoubtedly got turnovers at present of under $2 million. You're seeing the cash figures. Have they showed you what the bad debt write-off was? I think it's worth asking, because again, it will be a symptom that there's problems in their debtors system. What about the personal property securities register? Do they know how to register their customers on that? Do they know how to get the terms of trade agreement and retention of title agreements prepared by their solicitors but signed by their customers, returned to them, so they can make a decision before they supply any products to that customer, whether they are going to register that customer on the PPSR? We have a separate package on the PPSR due diligence. We believe it's a very important area for accountants to be very familiar with and to be assisting your clients to understand it. We have a system which will help you conduct a debtor's review, and it's a detailed questionnaire that you could utilize to review the client's debtor's system. There's also debtors monitoring that can be undertaken to look at every aspect of the business's systems as it relates to debtors. There's an application to open an account. Do all of your clients have a form that a new credit customer has to complete? Or do they just get their name and address and telephone number and email address and that's it? I think that's one of the reasons there are debtor problems in Australia. So we have developed a form, which you can edit if you wish, to make sure that the business has received all the information that it's going to require. Your clients send a welcome to new customer letter. This is a great opportunity to welcome a new customer, but also to confirm the terms of trade, the debt limit, and anything else that's been agreed with this customer. The system has a debtor's days outstanding calculator, which will assist your clients to calculate debtor's days outstanding. Why don't you test whether your clients understand these terms by asking them what their debtor's days outstanding are and inquiring how they would calculate them? We think this form will assist. Debtors reduction checklist. Have you ever said to your client, geez, your debtors are sitting at 58 days, which incidentally is where Australian small businesses' debtors balances are at present, according to the Australian government's Small Business and Family Business Ombudsman, who in November indicated that Australia has the dubious distinction of being the Western country with the highest debtors' days outstanding. That's nothing to be proud about, and we all need to do something about that. Now, the Ombudsman has indicated that she's going to target government departments and big business. I think the challenge for accountants and business advisors is to target the systems that SMEs are using for their debtors management. And then hopefully with the activity of the Ombudsman and an improvement in the systems being used, the SME community in Australia will be able to see a significant reduction in debtors' days outstanding. There's a form to summarise the protection that can be obtained under the PPSR. And what we're looking at here when we're talking about debtors is how can a business protect itself from preferential payment claims from liquidators who unfortunately have been appointed as liquidators of companies who were customers of your client. So for a more detailed analysis, please go to www.essbassett.com, click on Business Advisory Services Package, click on Debtors Management, Learn More, and then click on Webinar, and you'll be able to utilize a very detailed summary. Now, you can subscribe to that package, standalone, for $440, but there's more in the Smart Start package. The next item is the SME Debtors Systems Manual. This is a manual that you can customize so that at the end of a debtors review, you're able to leave your client with a written system that you could suggest you're going to go back annually and check that there hasn't been any deviations. Now, some deviations might be very good, and if so, you would edit the manual, update it, of course, and charge a new fee to your client. And this manual will be a great help to the person in the office of your client who's got the responsibility of looking after debtors. Why not do a survey and find out how many of those people currently have a written system on how to manage debtors, and how many of them have received any more than 30 minutes training. The debtors manual itself is now on the screen. There's a memo there to you. You would badge this with your firm name, the clients, and the date. And the manual covers a lot of areas. It's been designed so that you can edit it if you wish, so that you are going to be able to customize this manual to suit the requirements of an individual client. And there's a whole stack of forms that are part of the package. All these links are going to forms that your client can use to better manage their debtors. And some of the forms we're just going to show you here now. There's a customer application due diligence checklist to make sure that the team in your client's business actually check what's been disclosed to them in the application form, and make some telephone calls to the referees. There's a sample of a debt collection letter if they wish to use letters and telephone calls as the follow-up. There's a form to assist in staff training. Not only of the person within the office who's responsible for debtors, but sales staff and other people in the office, so they have an appreciation of what's involved in debtors management. So for a more detailed overview of the SME Debtors Manual, click on to Business Advisory Services Product Packages, and then click onto the SME Debtors Systems Manual, Learn More. And you can subscribe to that manual for the unbelievable price of $242. But there is more in the Smart Start package. And why I said unbelievable, you could sell that package to your client for $150 to $200. And you can do it 20 times or more with your clients. That's a great recovery on the initial subscription. You're also going to receive 4 editions of the Business Plus client newsletter. Obviously, this will depend on when you subscribe to the Smart Start package. And just to give you an idea what we're talking about when we refer to the Business Plus newsletter included in Smart Start, this is the December 2016 edition. Our subscribers are invited to remove the ESS BIZTOOLS branding and insert your own. You can edit this material if you wish. You can add material to it also if you wish. This newsletter is written deliberately targeted at small, medium enterprises. It's not a newsletter full of taxation items, because our research with SMEs has told us that they don't like receiving newsletters from their accountants that are full of taxation articles. They believe that's your area to worry about. So whilst we have 1 or 2 taxation articles each edition of the newsletter, we do try to concentrate on other matters, as you can see. Things that we believe are important for SMEs. And you can see we are trying to encourage them to come back and talk to you. Do you need more information on those various issues we've got there? Risk management, business valuation, manager's role, management role, competitors, cash flow management, source and application of funds, ratio analysis. We're trying to encourage your clients to come and ask you. And the final paragraph, if you would like to receive more information from us on any of these matters, can you please contact the person in our organisation with whom you normally deal? Debtors, a high risk area, and we're talking about the Australian Government Small Business and Family Businesses Ombudsman. We also looked at what happened in 2016. I got asked at the Directors Forum that I ran recently about a casting vote. Should a chairman have a casting vote? I made a comment in the newsletter because I thought it was a very interesting question from a group of company directors. There's a comment on the small business tax changes. Research and development. And the attention accountants area is a list of articles that are contained within ESS BIZTOOLS that have additional information on a particular subject that's been raised in the newsletter. And the purpose of that is to encourage accountants to probably do a bit of research before the newsletter goes out, or if you get a telephone call from someone and they want to talk to you about R&D, and you know they've made the phone calls because of something contained in the newsletter, if you want to bring yourself up to speed, you could go and read that paper. We suggest that you remove that section from the newsletter before you send it to your clients, and you could put something else in that space. One of your clients might have won a Business of the Year award in your location. One of your staff may have passed an exam. Someone in your team or one of your clients may have had a child. Or you might have an upcoming seminar or webinar that you're going to run. And use that spot to promote what's going on in your business. And then, of course, you'd remove the logo at the end where we've got ESS BIZTOOLS and insert your own. So that's an overview of the Business Plus newsletter. But there's still more. We're also introducing personal mentoring session, which is going to cover an overview of the Business Advisory Services training package. This will be a 1-hour mentoring session conducted by webinar or Skype. We'll look at the team, encouraging you to appoint someone as the facilitator to coordinate the training and the preparation, the laying of the foundations to be able to deliver business advisory services. Reviewing the concept of product champions, which we believe is very important, and industry champions within your organization. All of this work should not be left to the partners. It needs to be delegated throughout the team. Products or services you might want to offer your clients. How you're going to market and sell business advisory services. Our suggestion is you have a seminar to launch this to your clients, and we'll explain how to do that. And then the concept of one-on-one meetings with those clients who have attended the seminar. They understand what you are talking about and why you have launched business advisory services. And then you can be talking to them about selling these services. And then an overview of what you might do with debtors management, the SME debtors manual, and Chief Financial Officer services. And we will then develop after that session an action plan based on the matters that we have discussed with you, and we will send that to you. And we will incorporate the timings that you have agreed to. And we will then follow you up to see how you're going on implementation. We've called our new brand name for all of these one-on-one services ESS BASIP. BASIP stands for Business Advisory Services Implementation Program, because implementation is one of the biggest challenges in all of this. You never become tax experts overnight. There's been a lot of research and work done over the years within most of your firms, unless you are a brand new firm. And then you've done a lot of study somewhere and probably worked with someone else. The same thing now needs to start with business advisory services and implementation in the training process is the correct starting place. And then you'll be able to move into implementation of products. So the Smart Start package is giving you a great help with clients, cash flow management by reducing their debtors days outstanding, helping to reduce the amount of money tied up in debtors. The virtual CFO service enables accountants and advisors to deliver on the SME community's biggest problem, the issues that have been raised in survey after survey over the last 15 years. SMEs are looking for a wider range of commercial services. The key question is, will your firm respond to that request, to that challenge? Because if not, your clients are more likely to start going to other people to get these services supplied to them. And that as a bonus, you receive the training material that we've referred to, 4 editions of the Business Plus client newsletter, and the Business Advisory Services mentoring session to assist you to introduce these products. So if these products were sold individually within ESS Bassett, the selling price would be $2,253. But within this package, it's a total of $999, including GST, for a 24/7, 12-month access. We're proud to launch this product to the accountancy and business advisory services businesses to start 2017, the year of business advisory services, according to Accounting Market Pulse, a publication produced for the Commonwealth Bank. So are you ready to subscribe? If so, please go to www.essbassett.com.au to register for the Smart Start package for $999, including GST. You've really only got to do 1 or 2 jobs utilizing this material, and you have recovered your 12-month subscription. If you've got any questions, please send us an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or telephone us on 1-800-232-088. Good luck with the introduction of business advisory services to your practice. I'm sure that your clients will be very appreciative. Goodbye.